Welcome to Pisces Tarot, and I am your host, Mimi Lightseer. Your business is my business. Today, we will dive into your business with a timeless relationship reading, which means it could be platonic, professional, or romantic. In this session, we will explore the overall energy of your reading, obtain cosmic insights to identify the topics, spill the tea on the energies involved, uncover the positives and the negatives while revealing the lessons that you need to learn, and suggest actions for healings and the best possible outcomes. Remember, this is a general reading, and you have found it when this message is needed. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember, I am LGBTQ plus friendly, using pronouns for storytelling purposes. Lastly, please like, rate, subscribe, and comment. Let me know how this message is connecting with you. And without further ado, let's get into your business. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Pisces Tarot, everybody. I am your host. I am Mimi Lightseer, and over here at Pisces Tarot, your business is my business. And ooh, child, we're about to get into somebody's business. Good morning to all of my guppies, my friends who are on the graveyard shift. Good evening to all of my international family. What's up to everybody watching behind the scenes on TikTok? All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If you want to join us, you're welcome to watch us on the front end of YouTube at Mimi Lightseer if you want to. So good morning, good morning, good morning. If you are new to the Pisces Tarot experience, go ahead and drop a star in the chat. If you're a returning friend, go ahead and put that fish in the chat. We want to recognize all of our new and our returning guests. And so I'd say to you, good morning, good morning, good morning. Listen, today's agenda consists of a brief energy cleanse, which is sound bowl cleansing, and a brief quick meditation, followed by some overall divine insights where we'll collect some information from the mothership this morning. I do have a download for you guys. And then we will jump right on over into the overall energy reading, which will discuss some highlight some insights and observations, followed by the overall tarot card reading. And then we'll close this out with some final thoughts. All right. Now, some of y'all been up tossing and turning all night. Some of y'all can't sleep. Some of you at work dealing with people with their funky energy and their attitudes. Some of you are getting up and getting started with your day. No matter where you are, in order to put yourself in a position of receiving, we got a level set. So it won't make sense what I'm saying to you if you're not ready to receive it. So I want you to find your cooking emojis, not cooking emojis. I done told y'all the wrong thing. Your scrub brushes, cleaning brushes, whatever it is that you use to clean, because it's time for us to put ourselves into a position of receiving. Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of my newbies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I got a show for you today. All right. So if y'all ready to get into this reading, here we go. All right, so as I previously mentioned, before we move forward, it's important that we take a minute to ground ourselves and to just level set. And the simplest way to do this is by cleansing our energy through both breath work and sound. We're going to take in a deep breath, hold it, and exhale very, very slowly. With each inhale, we want to be able to invite clarity and balance. And with each exhale, we want to be able to release any tensions or distractions. We're going to do this 3 times, y'all. Okay? All right, here we go. It does something to me every time. All right, now we're going to clear up any remaining stagnant energy and reset by coming one into alignment with presence with our girl Boo Boo here. Now, y'all know she be doing, moody. Here we go. Divine Spirit, I call upon you and ask for your guidance and your wisdom during this reading. Please surround me with your light and your love. Help me to receive clear and accurate messages. May this reading bring insight, clarity, and understanding for the highest good of all of those who are involved and for the harm of none. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and amen, 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 amen. All right, guys, if y'all ready to have a fun, safe, honest interaction, remember this is a safe space. Your honesty, your transparency, and your engagement is appreciated. We have all been a fool in love, and baby, today just may be your turn. All right, today just may be your turn. Ain't nobody judging you. We all been there before. If you ain't ever been a fool in love, raise your hand. I bet you ain't gonna tell the truth or shame the devil on that one. Anyway, let's get ready for a fun and engaging and dynamic time. If you're ready to get into this reading, I want to see those cooking emojis, cooking emojis, cooking emojis. I want you to put in the chat your favorite food to cook. For me, I love scrambled eggs, all right? So I want you to go ahead and find those favorite cooking emojis and go ahead and drop them in the chat because, baby, it's time for us to get into this, all right? Here we go. Each day before I do a reading, I always take a minute to reflect upon the immediate energies that Spirit is showing me. And sometimes it comes through divine downloads or messages, and sometimes it comes through earworms, okay? Which are songs. And today, I am hearing a combination of things. Number one, I'm hearing spirits talking about rest, right? And the importance of rest. So for those of you who may not be as tuned in and turned on as others, right? Pluto just went retrograde into Aquarius. And if you've been paying attention to the energy each and every day, you've been seeing how people for the last probably 2 weeks, the collective has been getting sick and tired and just been throwing the deuces, right? And so Spirit said this morning that it is so important to rest. And when he said rest, it wasn't just talking about like resting at night and getting your 8 hours of sleep, your 6 or whatever your sleep regimen looks like. That's not what he was saying. What he was saying is know when you have done everything that you can possibly do and be comfortable and okay with just taking a step back and letting it be what it's going to be. Bruh. Now, I know that when you're caring about something and you're passionate about something and something is really important to you, it's very challenging for you to be able to just give up, cave in, quit, pump the brakes, right? But the reality of the matter is sometimes you can do more damage than you are being hurtful. Sometimes we think that when we are going through things, we think we're being helpful when we're being resolute about something. There is a time and a place for everything. There is a season where being persistent and dedicated and resilient is going to mean something. But in this particular season, it's time for you just to say, I think I'm going to head out. You know what SpongeBob said? All right, I'm going to head out. You know, sometimes you get to that point, and that's what Spirit is saying today. Now, I don't know what that has to do with this reading today. But what is something that you have been so passionate about, so resistant to giving up, that you are stressing yourself out trying to make it happen, and it is just not simply put the time nor the place for said activity to happen? If you know what I'm talking about, I want you to write down in the chat, what is something that you have been hyper focused on, very persistent and passionate about continuing to move forward, but Spirit is saying it's time for you to take a step back and to rest. This is about trusting. You can't trust if you're forcing. Right? If you trust that everything is working out for you, you can't force it. It just is. What will be, will be. Okay? What will be, will be. All right? It's time for us to rest. It's time for us to let go. It's time for us to cater and care for ourselves in the same way that we cater and care for other people. All right. So if y'all ready to get into this reading, I want you to put the tea kettles, put the tea kettles, put the tea kettles, because baby, it's time for us to get into this tea. What spirit talking about today? All right, here we go. Now, when understanding energy, it's important to know that the universe speaks to us in an abundance of ways. And sometimes it's through signs, synchronicities, coincidences, dreams, repetitive things, And sometimes it's just through people like me. All right. So the overall energy reading for today, let's get into it. I've been telling you guys this for a while, and I'm going to repeat this because Spirit just told me to. Busyness is not always productivity. Busyness is not always healthy. Busyness is not always cohesive or conductive, right? So you want to basically make sure that you are silencing yourself from the noise and silencing yourself from the distractions, because I feel like so many people are so distracted and caught up in the wrong things that this is why you can't rest either. You got people misguiding people, telling people, oh, you sleep when you dead, da 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 da. That's not true. That's not true. You're over here burning yourself out, running yourself in circles just to go nowhere. It's almost equivalent to sitting in a car with your foot on a brake with the emergency brake lifted, but then you're revving the engine by pressing the gas. You just burning, ain't going nowhere, just burning. Okay, just burning. So the overall energy reading for today, a tall tale. Okay, I love this card. This is the Pinocchio card, I call it. I'm a real boy. But a tall tale. Okay, I feel like in alignment with the divine download is that I feel like if you keep telling yourself that you can do this, you keep thinking that you can talk yourself into doing something that it's not meant for you to do at this point in your life. Remember Pinocchio? I'm a real boy. Right? He just kept trying to encourage himself to think that he could do it. And while it's never anything wrong with encouraging yourself, you got to know when you're good enough just where you are, how you are. There's no additives, there's no toppings, there's no spices. Like, it's good. Thank you, Spirit, for that analogy. Y'all know how when y'all cooking and you over season something and it don't be good? Sometimes people, like, you go to these restaurants and stuff, especially like the smaller mom and pop restaurants, and people think that over seasoned food makes it good. And then you taste it and you're just like, why did you put too much on this? Like, this was not even necessary. This was not needed. Wasn't good. Spirit is saying today, don't overdo it. That's why it's important for you to rest. And when we talk about rest, we're talking about you taking a step back and knowing whatever efforts you have put in have been what was needed at the time. Sometimes you got to let go. Sometimes you simply got to let go. Okay? You've done everything that you can possibly do. Now it's time for you to let go. All right? Now it's time for you to let go. Now you've done the work. You've tilled the ground. You've planted the seed. Now it's time for you to let it grow. Okay? Let it nurture and grow and do its thing. Nobody can see underneath the ground. We don't never know what's happening. But all of a sudden, you just see grass starting to sprout. You see roots and remnants of life. But if you keep overdoing it, you're going to damage it. You're doing too much. In other words, that's what Spirit is saying. You are doing too much. All right. Now, what is the truth that we need to hear right now? Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring the resentment blocks the flow of love. Okay. I acknowledge that harboring feelings of resentment block the flow of love. So are you trying to convince yourself in a relationship with somebody that you've forgiven them knowing that you haven't? That you over it when you not? That you forgiven them when you haven't? Who is Spirit calling to the carpet today? Who is Spirit calling to the carpet today? Just raise your hand in the chat if Spirit is calling you to the carpet. All right. Now, who are you trying to convince? He said, who are you trying to convince? You or other people? All right, here we go. Guys from the hidden realms, what messages do you have for us today? The eyes of mystery. This is about mystery, uncharted territory, and a deep knowing. Going back in part about resting. When you know, you know. When you're being guided, when you're being protected, when you're being shielded, when you're being all of these different things. You just know. You just know. Nobody has to prove anything to you. Nobody has to, continue to force you. You just know. And I feel like in your heart of hearts, you know that it's time to let this go. It's time to leave it alone. It's time to move forward. It's time to leave these situations alone. But I feel like you're being very persistent and very dedicated and very resolute about keeping space that is not meant for you to keep. You got to know when to walk away. Sometimes we pride ourselves on loyalty. Sometimes we pride ourselves on faithfulness and all this stuff like that. And sometimes you got to know when it's okay to just walk away and be like, this ain't working for me anymore. This ain't that. All right. Now, what messages does the divine have for the collective? Oh, not discernment. Trusting your plan. Grant me your discernment and detach when they are needed most. May I honor the feelings deeply and fully let go, trusting your plan. This is about discernment, folks. This is about discernment, which goes back to what I was saying in the download today about knowing when to rest, knowing when to walk away, knowing when to just say, you know what, these obstacles, these burdens, this challenge is way too deep. It's beyond me at this point. I know we say that a lot in pop culture when we're being funny. It's beyond me. But it is. If somebody wants to be with you, it'll be a collaborative effort. They will put every effort and every energy into being with you. You don't have to force it. You don't have to force it. If somebody wants to save a relationship, they will help save it. It's not one person's responsibility to save it. And see, you trying to save it. Spirit said you trying to save a relationship that ain't trying to save you. You fighting over a relationship that ain't trying to fight for you. And again, nobody's beating anyone up here. We're just speaking facts. We've all been in love before with somebody that we wanted it so doggone bad. Raise your hand if you got anybody in your past that you just had to have. And now when you look at who they are today, you just be like, oh, thank God for that one. You never know how spirit could be trying to move people out the way so that he could usher in what's for you. But it's time for you to rest. All right. What's a sign that this message can be for us, Spirit? What is a sign that this message can be for us? Flamingos. All right. If you're seeing flamingos a lot, even streets name flamingo. If you're seeing the word flamingo or seeing flamingos a lot, this is about you stepping into a season of being able to have fun. This is about you stepping into a season where you're going to be able to start having a little bit more fun. Sometimes we get all uptight about stuff that we forget to let our hair down and to have some fun. Spirit is saying to you loud and clear today, it is time for you to rest. It is time for you to take a break. It is time for you to take a step back. It is time for you to stop forcing. Go with the ebbs and flows of life and see where it takes you. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm at a point in my life where it's like, I'm realizing I may have control issues. Because just going with the flow is not necessarily me. I like being spontaneous. I like being adventurous. I like trying new things. I don't really like to plan things, but I also like to control how it feels. And being uncomfortable is uncomfortable. But when you rest, sometimes you got to be uncomfortable with being uncomfortable in order to trust and to attract what is meant for you to come your way. If it is for you, it will work out. Now, as we start to shift to more personal insights about the potential parties that are involved, remember to focus on what works, what resonates with you and what works for you, okay? Leave what doesn't. It's that simple. You would never go take your big old feet and put them in a little bitty baby shoe and try to walk around and call it comfortable. Don't do that here, all right? Now, as we start to collect some personal insights, who is trying to convince themselves that they're no longer harboring those feelings, that they just have this deep knowing that needs to use their discernment, needs to have some fun, needs to take a chill pill? Spirit said you worried about all the wrong things. Spirit said you worried about all the wrong things.
Down.
All right, here we go. Challenges. Make a decision and work on your inner healing. Okay, so someone is dealing with extreme challenges right now. Okay, it's time for you to focus on your inner healing. Again, going back to releasing those feelings of resentment. Who are you trying to convince? Yourself or other people? You know how you know when somebody's always trying to convince other people of something? When they make statements out loud that they don't even have to make? It's almost like as they speak, they're trying to convince themselves that it's not a problem. But if you really listen to what they're saying, it is a problem. It's about you working on your healing. Having a deep knowing it's time to move on when you don't want to move on. Balance. Find balance to maintain harmony in relationships. Okay? Going back and talking about the said balance. All right? Maybe, again, you're doing too much. You're the one that's carrying a relationship. You're the one that's carrying all the burdens. What I find to be interesting about this card is that we do have the Moon card here, which talks about feelings and emotions, things that are unknown to you. It feels like this person has thoughts and feelings that you're not even aware of. Spirit said in your heart, you know that this situation is over. You know it's over. But you keep holding on to it because you don't want to admit that it's over. It was good until it wasn't. Listen, you are being asked to listen to your inner voice. It has been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on its wisdom. Didn't we already talk about that? With this inner knowing, the mystery, uncharted territory, having that deep knowing, listening to your inner spirit. It's telling you it's time to do something. But you still scared. You keep holding on, trying to convince yourself, I'm a real boy. One thing you can't do is fight with spirit. He always wins. Always. You can deny, you can fight, you can tussle. But you know what? You know how he wins? Because everything that you still keep on trying to do, it won't work. It won't work. Okay? It just simply put won't work. Extra dramatic, trying too hard, starter. Okay? Didn't I just tell y'all earlier, Spirit said y'all doing too much? Didn't I just tell y'all, Spirit said earlier that y'all doing too much? If you heard me say that, go ahead and put your ear in the chat, because I know I said that earlier. Spirit said you doing too much. What is the T? He said either you check yourself before he checks yourself. What is the T? Okay. Inside scoop, a closer look, nosy, all up in your business. All right. We got somebody looking for inside information. They being nosy, they all up in your business. What lies beneath all of this, Spirit? Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. What are you afraid to hear today? What are you afraid to hear today? What are you avoiding today? What fear are you trying to avoid? When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? Discernment is acting upon things that don't make sense to you. All right, controversy, drama, scandal, truth coming out. All right, there's some controversy here, and the truth is coming out, folks. Remember when I said earlier, who are you trying to convince? You or other people? Well, now here comes the truth. Have you been trying to convince yourself that you're happy in a relationship that you're really not happy in? What's the true emotion here, Spirit? Yeah. That's too many messages. That's half the cards to fail. All right. Jeez. Crazy things are happening. All right. Let's try this again. What is the true emotion here? Faith, healing, meditation, and praying. So again, focusing on your inner healing. Okay, so somebody is pulling in on their faith, their healing, and manifesting. They're leaning into prayer right now, trying to tap into that discernment, tap into their inner spirit. A lot of secrets are being exposed here. A lot of secrets are coming out. A lot of secrets are coming out. All right, what is blocking this situation from growing? What is blocking this situation from growing and thriving? I just keep hearing Tim saying crazy things are happening. Crazy things are happening. Whew. Why is that card here? You're the person that I want to do life with. So somebody feels like they are their person. All right. Yeah, don't want to let go. Trying to convince yourself. Procrastinate. Don't make someone wait around too long. They may give up on you. Yeah, I thought I saw another one of these cards in here. All right, so what do we have going on here? Go ahead and drop your zodiac signs in the chat. Go ahead and drop your zodiac signs in the chat because it is time for us to get into this reading, y'all. Person A is definitely resistant. Okay, that's everything that we've been talking about thus far. Person A is definitely resistant. You're not wanting to hear it. You're not wanting to let it go. All right. You're not ready. Now, person A. Person A, ooh, this is good. Person A, you may have been working on your faith, your meditation, your healing, your praying, but I feel like you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear what Spirit has been telling you, which is why discernment is here. You're trying to convince yourself that you're doing the right thing, but you're really doing the wrong thing. You're not listening. Okay, you're not listening. The minute that you take decisive action to focus on what Spirit is telling you, you will overcome these challenges by focusing on your healing. This is about balance for you. Okay? This is about balance. The person B here likes to procrastinate. They haven't been taking you serious. They're doing the most. Over dramatic, trying too hard to prove a point just to do nothing. You know? It's a lot of secrets here. It's a lot of controversy, a lot of truth coming out. And I feel like person A, the more that you look, the more you realize that this person is not exactly who they're trying to be. But you're convinced that this person is your person. You're convinced of that. Listen, If y'all ready to get into this reading, I need y'all to go ahead and put those zodiac signs in the chat. Remember, I do my readings for Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. So if y'all ready to get into it, drop those signs, and here we go. Person A, you have not wanted to get rid of this person. You trying to prove a point too. You being stubborn, person A, for real. All right, let's see what's going on. Here it is. Person A. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Where are my fire signs? If you are a fire sign, go ahead and put the fire sign in the chat. You're coming in as the 10 of Wands in reverse, doing it all, carrying the burden. Delegation, release, overstressed, and burned out. Okay, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Go ahead and drop those fire signs in the chat if you or your person is a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, person B, who is the person that's... All these crazy messages coming out. That was 3 cards. Crazy things are happening. All right. Person B here is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, an air sign. Where are all my Gemini, Libras, Aquarius? You're coming in as the Knight of Swords in reverse. Restless, unfocused, burnt out, impulsive, no direction, unpredictable, disregard for consequence. Well, that sounds like everything that we've been talking about. All right, where are my air and fire signs? Air and fire signs, all right? Remember, I do my readings for Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. All right? If y'all ready to get into this reading, I need y'all to put those magnifying glasses up. Put your magnifying glasses up because it's time for us to get into this business. We listen, we don't judge, but we sure get messy and enjoy for entertainment. All right, y'all ready to get into it? Here we go. All right, now person A to me feels very feminine. Okay, very feminine, and person B feels very masculine energy. Of course, the energy can be inverted. So you can be the Gemini dealing with the Aries, but I am going to tell the scenario from the perspective of the Aries. All right. Now, what on earth is going on between my air and very interesting, y'all. Very interesting, y'all. So 2 cards just fell out. I'm gonna read them, but I'm not going to necessarily take them. Okay. The first card that fell out is the Knight of Wands, followed by the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Somebody got some type of awareness here, some type of moment of clarity that's really made them to be actionable about it, resolute about it, being determined about it. Now, the question is, what is it? Was it the secrets being exposed? Was it the information coming out? Like, what was the driver that all of a sudden made you get some type of energy or possess some type of stamina, like some type of push? What was the thing that pushed you? That's exactly what I'm trying to say. What was it that pushed you to all of a sudden be decisive? Because something here definitely happened that made you want to proceed to move forward. All right. All right, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, your present energy right now is coming in as the Ace of Swords. Like I said, moment of clarity. Moment of clarity. Okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, maybe the divine mothership was finally able to get through on your line. Something happened where you finally got to the point where you just said enough is enough. Enough is enough. What was the revelation? Spirit, what was the revelation? What was the revelation that this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius had to make them say enough is enough? Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Things were just not working. The Judgment card in reverse. Yeah, the truth was starting to come out, and it wasn't being favorable. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you got tired of pretending. Four of Swords in reverse. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you finally, your ego is hurt. Your pride is hurt. You finally got to the point where you are tired of pretending to be happy when you're not. You have been holding this in for a long time. You have been harboring these feelings of resentment and anger and hostility for quite some time. Why have you been holding on to this for so long? You've been holding on to this for a long time. You've been knowing the truth for a long time about this person. But instead of you honoring yourself, you tried to convince yourself that this was worth fighting for, that this was worth you staying in it for, that this was worth you proceeding for. This was a good look for you. Whoever this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is, they was an upgrade for you. You were definitely dating up on paper. But in reality, you were definitely dating down. Okay? So you finally got the awareness. It's been years of this. Y'all been dating for years. How many years has it been, Spirit? I'm trying to shuffle with the 6 cards I got. Within the last 2 years, you have been sitting there suffering in silence within the last 2 years. Within the last 2 years. You've been processing for quite some time. This person betrayed your trust. And instead of you acknowledging who they are and leaving them where you found them, you kept them.
Clown.
You kept them. You kept them. You forgave them. You kept them. You continue to pretend like you were happy. It was good for you. It looked good on social media. It looked good on paper. It looked good to your friends. It was something that you took a lot of pride in. Only realizing that you were inviting yourself to your own demise, if you will. You wanted this so bad that you were willing to compromise your self-integrity for the relationship. And the question then becomes, who were you trying to convince of its success? Was it you or was it other people? And as I've been saying this whole entire time, it's been you trying to convince yourself that this relationship was working, that it was worth it. You're doing everything to prove yourself. You all on social media parading around with this person. You all around town parading with this person. But the crazy part about it is, when you with this person by yourself, they ain't giving you that energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, what you got going on with this? What's your present energy? Page of Pentacles. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you are so focused right now on other things. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is trying to get their life together. They're focused on career. They're focused on some type of business endeavor. They're focused. Learning a new skill. They're focused on something else exterior to this relationship. So in other words, what I'm trying to tell you is that this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius has been hyper focused on this extra thing that they feel like if they prioritize that, then they will be able to focus on a relationship. So whatever it is they're working on, a license, some type of education, some type of something where they have to acquire knowledge and information, that's where their focus is on right now. And they're using that as an excuse. Why do I keep seeing real estate? Anyway, they keep using this as an excuse to try to negate you from pushing the issue. So what I mean by all of this, they keep asking for more time so that they can focus on whatever endeavor that they're focusing on, but they're really using this as an excuse, because if we're being honest with you, they ain't necessarily sure about you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius.
All a bunch of bullshit.
Okay? And I don't like saying that, but I'm being honest with you. This Page of Pentacles with this Knight of Swords in reverse, they're not focused on you not because they don't want to. It's because they don't see you the way that you see them. You don't see them the way that they see you. I'm sorry, you know what I mean. They don't see you the way that you see them. You got it made up in your mind that this is the person that you want to be with. But Spirit is showing you and telling you, and it have been telling you, you don't want to hear it, and you're being called to listen so that you can focus on your healing, because this relationship is off balance. And that's why you feel that way. That's why you feel burnt out. In your heart of hearts, you know that this is over. You know that it's been over. But for some reason or another, you keep trying to prolong the inevitable from happening. And what Spirit is telling you is this morning, it's time for you to rest. It's time for you to take a step back. Stop trying to convince everybody and their mama that this is a tangible relationship, and it's not. So you've been miserable for the last 2 years. Both of you have. Both of you have. If you are the person who got the sudden revelation that maybe this ain't what you think it is, if you coming in feeling like person A, I want you to put a red heart in the chat. If you are feeling like your focus is somewhere else, that your priorities are somewhere else, you're not really sure about the other person, I want you to go ahead and put a black heart in the chat. Red heart if you are coming in as person A. Black heart if you're coming in as person B. Okay? But here's the thing. Y'all know one thing is what I tell y'all all the time. 3 things that can't be hidden for long. The sun, the moon, and the truth. And I'm trying to tell you right now that if this person continues to think that they can get away with murder, per se, get away with being deceitful, getting away with being lying and all of that stuff like that, they are so wrong. Because the truth is coming out. The truth is unraveling itself. The truth is being exposed. And they can't hide behind this anymore. Now, what is favorable about this situation? What is favorable? The Hermit card in reverse. The Hermit card in reverse. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You've been trying to resist this for a long time. 2 years is a long time to be unhappy. 2 years is 24 months. 2 years is 104 weeks. 2 years is a whole lot of your life to be walking around pretending to be happy, pretending to be in love, trying to convince a person that you're worthy. Instead of seeing that this person doesn't see your value and just exiting stage left, reverse Uno out. And I know it don't feel good. Because when we set our eyes on something, everybody wants what they want. Raise your hand in the chat if you, again, going back to what I said earlier. Well, you used to have that one person that can be current now. Have you ever had a person in your life that you thought was so fine? They just blew your little mind. You just had to have them. You would go through hell and hot water to get them. Raise your hand in the chat. Because I know you're lying. Everybody's had one. Everybody in this room, hands should be up. Well, you just had to have them. I'm just going to tell you. I had one. His birthday was yesterday. I just had to have him. Been knowing my whole life. 17 years, in fact. 18 years now. And no shade. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm so glad that that door closed on me a long time ago. I'm going to be honest with you. I would be miserable. Respectfully, I would be miserable. We are 2 different people. And this is what Spirit is telling you. You got to trust what Spirit is showing you. That's why this discernment card came up. You have to keep in mind that Spirit sees all, knows all, hears all, feels all. And when you belong to Him, there are going to be some divine redirections that are taking place. He's going to keep putting that nudge and that uncomfortableness in your spirit to get you to move. And sometimes when you don't want to move because you're too prideful and you keep wanting to hold on, He will move it for you. And that's what He's been trying to get you to see. You keep on holding on, refusing to let go of this. So he's like, okay, let me expose the truth. And now what? And now what? I tried to protect you. I tried to spare your feelings. You keep going forward, wasting precious time, blocking up your blessings, chasing something that is clearly not meant for you. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? What signs have Spirit been sharing with you that you've been avoiding? I want you to write that down in the chat. Now, what's consequential or problematic about this? I can't make it up. I can't make it up. This is about you coming to an end of a cycle with this person. Spirit is trying to get you to grow, trying to get you to evolve, trying to get you to mature, trying to get you to be primed and ready for something that is meant for you. And you are resisting it. You are in your own mental agony. You keep praying, asking for guidance, asking for your steps to be ordered, but then you don't want to listen. God, show me the way. Show me. Open up my eyes. Reveal to me. And then he shows you. And then you like, ooh, I don't like what I saw. Here's the thing. What you ask him for? What did you ask him for? Let me tell you something. The best thing that you could ever do is when you meet somebody and you start dating them and getting to know them, ask God to show you what you need to see. And you will be amazed, astonished, and completely surprised at what he shows you. Ask him to show you something about that person and watch them start showing their tail like a donkey. So this has been going on for quite some time with you. This has been going on for quite some time with you. You have been refusing to pay attention to all the signs. And the question is why? What was so amazing about this person that you fixated your whole life purpose to being dedicated, being resolved and resolute? You were so committed to being with this person that you are willing to compromise the quality of your life for them. Excuse me. Why won't you let this go? Why won't you let this go? Let me ask you this, because you know Spirit has been telling you to let this go. What do you think is going to happen if you continue to go down this path? What do you feel like you have to gain from continuing to move down this path with this person? What is the investment? What is the win-win for you? What is so significant and so important about this person that you would rather deny the guidance of spirit. You'll rather thwart your life purpose, your life mission, your life goals, whatever purpose God has for you. You'll rather thwart that than to be obedient. Again, who are you trying to convince? You or other people? What do you think is going to happen? You think they're going to finally marry you?
Denied.
And just because you might already be married, you think they finally going to marry you? I don't think y'all heard me. The wife married, but the husband single. What is it that you want to gain? It's a whole lot of married single folks out there. Trust me. I see them on Tinder all the time. I ain't gonna lie to you. They so brazen, they don't even take their wedding ring off. They have it on in the picture and just be smiling like ain't nothing wrong. And when I see them, I just be like, okay, player. Swipe left. All right. Now, what is this trying to teach you? All right, what is this trying to teach you? In order for you to go with the flow of what God got for you, you got to let this go. You've been wondering why things have not been working for you, why things have been struggling, why things have been difficult. May I draw your attention to the fact that what's positive, what's negative, and what this is trying to teach you are all major arcanas. God is trying to get you to listen to yourself. He's working on you so that you can evolve and become your best version of yourself. But because you're being stubborn, because you keep fighting and going back and forth with God about it, you would rather stop your whole life and hold on to something that ain't for you than to let go and move on to see better things. This is almost equivalent to that meme. If you've ever seen the meme, it's a picture of God and he has a big old teddy bear behind his back, and he's trying to tell the little girl to come here. Give me that teddy bear. The teddy bear that she had was small, but behind his back, he had this big, large, beautiful teddy bear. 10 times the size of the teddy bear that she loved. It is the same thing here. If you be honest with yourself, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and you look back over your life in the last 2 years, look at all the dreams that you had that came crashing down. Look at all the things that you've been working your whole life for that just did not work out for you. Damn! Look at all the things that you wanted to have happen and it didn't. These things didn't happen because it wasn't meant for you to be in partnership with this person and to achieve those things. Doesn't mean that these things were not meant for you. God knows the integrity of this person's heart. And this is why they cannot be around you. When you become and you evolve and you do the things that you're going on, this is why. God knows they're selfish. They're focused on whatever they focus on. And it ain't you. So why don't you let that door close? The moment you drop this 0, God will show up and be your hero.
God did.
I'm so serious. I'm so serious. This person is selfish. They unfocused. They benefit more from you than you benefit from them. Remember I said in the beginning of this reading, what is it that you hold on to? I said they look good on paper. It sounds good, but in reality, it ain't good.
One more clot.
What do you think Spirit's been trying to teach you through this endeavor? What do you think that Spirit has been trying to teach you during this whole endeavor? Write that down in the chat. Now, what do you need to do to heal? You got to process this disappointment. You got to process this hurt. And you got to move on with your life. You are wasting precious, valuable time of your life, hoping, wishing, and praying for things to improve in a situation that is never going to improve. Improve is a mutual effort. Ladies and gentlemen, may I submit for your consideration? With all sincerity, we are all on this planet for a finite number of time. I got my number, you got yours. They got theirs. Why would you so ever waste so much as 2 years of your life investing in somebody who is not invested in you?
But what the hell, boy?
You keep saying to yourself, Jesus, take the wheel. Well, what if he did and he hitting the brakes? What if he hit the emergency brake and said, it is time for you to let this go. It is time for you to move forward. He not only showing you all the red flags, because they here. He not only showing you, he's slapping you with them. You over here hitting red flags like speed bumps.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
And the question is, why? Why are you so adamant to be resistant to what he's trying to show you? You over here having a whole meltdown, a whole panic attack, a whole tantrum about a man or a woman that don't want you.
I need it.
Do you really? Now, what you need to do is take your feelings and your thoughts out of this situation. What you need to do is put your focus on cooler, calming waters. You got to be comfortable with trusting that what God has for you is for you.
I guess we'll never know.
You got to get comfortable with knowing God is never going to put you in a situation that will not be used to your greatest and your highest good, your benefit. And if we're being honest, he's allowing you to go through this because he's trying to teach you that you need to listen. We got discernment. You know in your heart and hearts that this ain't working for you. You know in your heart of hearts that this ain't it. But you rather have fun. You like the glitz. You like the glamour. You like what it looks like to everybody else. You like, this is your ego. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this is your ego. You like the way it sounds. You like the way it feels. You like the way it looks. You like the idea of it. You like when you walk in, everybody see you and they be like, oh, that's so-and-so. That's Boo's girl.
How you doing?
But what you really don't know is when they see you, they be like, they go one of Boo's girls. You think people happy for you? They really laughing at you. You think people jealous of you? They find it comical. And I'm going to be honest with you. If you think that people are jealous, envious, want to be you, they just being haters, no, they're not. See, I don't know who this is for, but this is wildly specific. You have been such a menace to people your whole life. That now that you're vulnerable, now that you're fragile, now that you're weak, you have been exposed. And whereas the average person, somebody would try to help, they ain't gonna help you. They'd rather let you walk around here and bump your head and lose your mind than to help you because you've been so evil and malicious towards other people your whole life. God is trying to put you back in touch with your feelings, with your emotions. Have a heart, have some empathy, have some sympathy. Stop being so apathetic. Stop thinking that the world revolves around you. The sun does not rise and set on your ass. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It don't. You've been walking around here thinking you God's gift to earth. Let me let you know for your consideration, you're not. You've been walking around here acting like you're God's favorite. I don't know that he'll say that today. Just being honest. Loves you though. But you like that bad kid that's in the family that the parents always fussing at. They got to get that tough love too. That's what's happening here. But it's the ego. It's the air. It's the exaggerated confidence. It's the gross misappropriation. The most gross mischaracterization. You think more highly of yourself than what you really are. And I'm not saying that from a space of judgment. I'm saying that from a space of balance to help you grow. And I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm going to ask this question and I want you to write it down in the chat. If your higher self could give you some advice right now, what would they tell you? If your higher self could give you some advice right now, what would your self tell you? If your future self could talk to you right now, what would it say to you? And only you can know that. Only you can be honest with yourself about that. But I think if you be honest with yourself, you will tell you playing yourself. This is where it's coming all to a head. This is where it's coming all to a head with this Queen of Swords. Sitting back listening. Sitting back collecting information. You know this ain't right. You know this relationship been over for quite some time. But you keep holding on. And the question is why? What you holding on for? If you left that man today, guess what, boo? Ain't nobody gonna even notice.
Who gives a shit?
They tired of you posting about them anyway on social media. Most of the folks that you trying to impress done already hid you on their timeline. So they ain't even gotta see you. So who are you trying to convince? Again. I'm a real boy.
Child. Anyway, so
Yep. I can't make this up. The Knight of Cups just fell out with the Four of Wands. You thought this person was going to make you happy. You thought this was your person. You thought this was going to be the person that you could live the rest of your life with. But might I submit to your consideration? They moved with strategy. They was playing chess, not checkers. So what you thought they was coming around, excuse me, let me rephrase. What you thought you were benefiting from coming around them, they've actually benefited from coming around you. Remember I told you, the things are not working for you because this person will be trying to get the benefits of you that they don't deserve. So why do you keep on fighting it? Let the cookie crumble. Let the tower fall where it may. Stop trying to avoid it.
Try it.
Take it out. Take it out and leave it alone. This person keep on promising you forever. And you just holding on to every word that they saying. You holding on.
Baby, just give me some time.
How much time?
Just give me a little bit more time. A couple more months, we'll be together forever.
And you over here like,
Forever, forever, ever, forever, ever.
you holding on. And Spirit is trying to get you to see. Spirit is trying to get you to understand. Spirit is trying to get you to open up your eyes. See it, feel it, believe it, know it. This person is not who you think they are.
I'm telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real.
This is why it's hard for you. This is why it's been difficult for you. This is why it's been a burden for you. This is why this has been challenging for you. You're the one putting in all the work. What benefits are you benefiting from this? Can you think about one thing that you've benefited from in this connection? It's been feeling like dog years.
2,000 years later.
You still ain't got nothing to say. This is why you irritable. This is why you disconnected. This is why you biting everybody's heads off. With that Queen of Cups in reverse. This has left you feeling emotionally empty. And again, it goes back to why you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it because you don't want to believe it. It's okay to say I made a mistake. It's okay to say I tried and it's not working for me. It is okay for you to say, you know what? I need to do something different.
Oh my God.
But instead, you keep trying to persevere through like ain't nothing happening, acting like ain't nothing going on, acting like you don't know what you know. Spirit been showing you and telling you all this time. Why you acting so stunned? It's not a conspiracy theory. It's not that Spirit don't want you to be happy. Spirit wants to take you to a different place than where they can take you if you continue down this path. And one thing about Spirit is it's a perfect gentleman. It's not going to force you to do nothing you don't want to do. We all have free will. So now it's time for you to have some difficult conversations. And you don't want to. You ain't been happy in this connection for quite some time. But why are you avoiding having the important, critical, key conversations that are important? Why is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius resistant to having this conversation? Ten of Wands in reverse again. The Devil in reverse. And you got the Seven of Cups in reverse. You thought that you can do it all. You thought that you was going to be enough. You thought that you were going to be the prize. And Spirit is trying to get you to let go to these false narratives of what you think the prize is. Stop feeling like you don't have no choices, like you don't have no options. See, okay, that makes sense. Spirit said, the people who like you, you don't like them.
Oh, hell no.
The people that he will prefer, or the people that he has ordained you to be with, you don't want to be with them. You're not attracted to the person who look like the little, I don't want to call them a narc. What do you call them? What do you call them? The little lame people? What do you call the little lame people? What do you call them? The geeks? The dorks? What do you call lame people? Whatever you want to call it. The people that are really advantageous to your growth and your benefit, you keep turning up your nose to them. But then the person that draws your attention and sucks you in with the flashy lifestyle, the flashy this, the flashy that, the name recognition, that's the person you keep going towards. And Spirit keep telling you that is not what I have for you. That is not the life that I have for you.
Come on, man.
The Nine of Swords in reverse. Spirit said, ain't you tired? Ain't you ready for this to be over? Ain't you tired of your life being in shambles?
Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble.
Every time truth comes out. Every time the narrative is being exposed about how conniving this person is. Every time the controversy comes up, you hear it, you feel it, you know it, you acknowledge it, and then you try to act like you don't see it. You've been hearing all the whispers all this time. You've been hearing all the conversations all this time. You've been knowing. I bet you right now, if I asked you right now, if I asked you to name 3 people that you know that this person was allegedly messing around with, you would sit up here and act like you don't know what I'm talking about, but you know.
Accusation. False accusation.
You know. You know. But then you trying to act like you don't know nothing. Trying to sit up here and act like you ain't never heard of this before. I don't know why I just heard the name Ida. But now you sitting over here. You've been knowing that Ida been messing around with this man all this time. Now all of a sudden somebody bring up Ida. You like, Ida? Who that? You know who Ida is? It is not working. It is never going to work. It is never going to work. Stop playing yourself. The more you resist this change, the more you are going to continuously compromise yourself by putting yourself in an unhealthy, toxic relationship that is never going to be advantageous, that is never going to be fruitful, that is never going to be productive, that is never going to equate to a cup of hill of beans. You're trying to hold on to an image and a reputation that don't nobody care about.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Again, who are you trying to improve? Who are you trying to impress? You or other people? Who are you trying to prove the point to? You or them? Who are you trying to convince? It's not an algebraic equation. It's not derivatives. It's not calculus. It's not none of that. It's simple. You are over here lying to yourself, trying to make it seem like everybody is mad because you're winning. You're not winning.
Why y'all so mad at me? What have I done to anybody but to get money?
Where the money at? Where the houses at? Where the rings at? Where's the family life at? But you keep on holding on to everything that they say and everything they do. Your mind is blown. Wow! He said he gonna do that for me. And everybody sitting around like, Yahoo.
Yahoo!
Let me know when it show up. So if you're ready to close out this reading and see how this story can potentially end, I want you to put your paper, pen, and notebook emojis in the chat. Paper, pen, and notebook emojis, because now it is time for us to see what is going to happen here. What's going to happen here? What you going to do, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius? What you going to do? Here we go. As we shift to get out of this business, I talk about potential final outcomes, and I say potential because nobody can predict free will. Okay? Now, I am laughing, but it's not funny because I do feel like you will get the wherewithal to finally leave this person alone. And I feel like this person is going to come with all the theatrics trying to get your attention.
Oh my God, my Shayla, my Shayla.
I definitely feel like they're coming with it. You have more to gain by leaving them. They have more to lose by you moving on. You get it? You did not benefit from this connection. They benefited from you. I don't know why you so shocked. That's where some of your ego comes in from. Because you know you got it going on. And everybody else know you got it going on. But you thought this person was going to add to your plate.
What?
Girl, stop it, I say. They gonna help you eat, but they ain't gonna help you prepare your meal.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Who is saying that? Who said that? Who said that?
You want a life partner. You want somebody that's going to help you till the ground. You want somebody that's going to help you do what you got to do to get it done. How you going to count on this person to help you get it done when they can't even figure out what they want to do?
Useless sometimes.
I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. All right, here we go. Potential final outcome. King of Swords. You are sitting back right now, reflecting, assessing, coming together with a master plan, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You're trying to figure out a way to take your power back. You're trying to remain positive. You're trying to leverage your wisdom. You know that this is an obstacle. This is something that's keeping you up at night. If you really be honest, you're trying to act cool, calm, and collected, but you're really bothered right now by this. You don't know what to do. You don't want to leave this person, but you also came to the realization that you're not really benefiting from this connection as much as you thought that you were.
I am sick. I am sick of your shit. And when I'm not sick, I'm tired. I am sick and tired.
Didn't I tell you the moment that you try to leave this person alone, here they come? Okay? So I wouldn't be surprised. Soon as you try to put it together a path, one thing I know about you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you always thinking. You may not be sharing your, and I recommend you don't. But I do feel like you will start to listen to your inner spirit guiding you and showing you what to do. And this person knows that like they see the change in you. So don't be surprised when they come around you trying to act like they so sincere, they really want to make it work, they want to do it right this time. All that stuff that they trying to tell you, I'm telling you, don't believe it. Okay? I'm telling you, don't believe it. Because it is just a coy to try to talk you out of your blessings. Remember, the devil can be very cunning, very intelligent, presents you with counterfeits all the time.
All a bunch of bullshit.
So when they come around you, acting like they really want you and they really apologetic and they really remorseful and all this other stuff like that, Just look at them and say, cry me a river.
I just want my baby.
Because they come in here and try to act like they got all the faith, all the love, all the effort and the energy, trying to come in with the romance. Where was all of this when you wanted them? Where was all of this for the last 2 years when you needed them?
What more do you want from me?
At this point, you don't want nothing from them. You just want to go on your own separate way. It's almost like being at work and it's 5 o'clock on a Friday. It's time to go. But I feel like you're going to sit up here and get caught up in the theatrics. I feel like you're going to feel like you don't know what to do. And the question is, why are you not trusting? Why are you not trusting? What is it that is so monumental about this person that you just being gullible and naive, that anytime they blow in your direction, you over here acting like they just did some magical, I don't know. They could say, and you go,
I'm ready.
this is the biggest test that you're going to face thus far. This is the biggest test that you're going to face thus far. You keep putting all your happiness, all your joy, all your strength on this one man. You think that you can't do no better outside of this person. And the question is why? Why don't you believe that there is going to be somebody out here for you that brings into your life greater or equal value? Why is it that you're so comfortable with suffering?
I'm in pain all the time.
That explains it. Look at it real good. You over here thinking with your lady parts, your lady bits. You may even already had kids with this person. And that's fine. You ain't gonna be the first or the last person to move on with them kids.
Fuck them kids.
Why won't this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius let go? Six of Cups in reverse. The Moon in reverse. Four of Wands. Okay, so Spirit said the reason why you get to this impasse where you can't let go is because you keep looking back at the past, seeing how things used to be. You keep holding on to that narrative. Now that the truth is coming out and things are being exposed to you, the controversy, the scandal, the drama, all of that stuff, now that you're starting to see that for what it is, now you over here just like, okay. You thinking that you can still be happy in this situation. You think now because you feel like you know the truth, you feel like they ain't had nothing from you.
Anything else?
Don't you know this person's still going to be doing the same old, same old? It's just a game.
Damn you!
Didn't I tell you already that this is going to be the biggest test? You going to sit up here and take this mofo back again just for them to do it again.
Crazy?
Spirit is showing you. Done showed you once before. Showing you again. You keep testing and arguing with Spirit about what he trying to get you to see. How many times you gonna have to bump your head on that rock before you get some sense in it? Will this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius ever grow up? They stalling you out, I can tell you that. They ain't in no hurry. They don't want to be married. They don't want to be committed. They don't want to be nothing. They don't want to grow up. They're a big old Toys R Us kid.
What the fuck was that?
They don't want to. That's why they keep lying to you. And I told you from the beginning they were being selfish. I told you right here they were being selfish. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. They don't want to. The Hangman in reverse. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. They got their own assignment. They got their own assignment. Their own journey, as we all do. They have their own purpose, their own will, they own everything in life. And their life is not working the way that they wanted to either because they being hard-headed too. Both of y'all sitting around here just being brazen and extra ignorant. Neither one of you are following the calling that is on your life. Why? Neither one of y'all. So it's just the blind leading the blind over here?
What the hell? Oh my God, no way, yeah.
Like, what is really happening over here? You're expecting for them to mature. You're expecting for them to grow up. You're expecting for them to evolve. You're expecting for them to do better because you think that they don't want to compromise or risk losing you. You are not the driver.
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
They don't want to. Here's the bigger piece that you got to hear, and hear me very well. They're doing what they want to do. And number two, they like their lives the way that they're living their lives. They like their life the way that they are living their life. It's not about you. They are happy doing the foolishness that they're doing. So allow them to do what they're going to do. Allow them to be stupid. Allow them to be foolish.
Stupid.
Allow them to do whatever they're going to do. It ain't got nothing to do with you. You got your own goals, your own agenda, your own lesson. Let them be sad. Let them be dismayed. Let them put on the theatrics about how they're so sad without you.
Congratulations! Oh my God.
Let them do all of that. And every time they call you with the theatrics and the nonsense, until you strong enough to block them, I'm going to need for you just to disconnect that call. And maybe one of the days, when they call, they will finally realize that they blocked.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
But I'm trying to tell you that if you continue to proceed to go down this path, it's going to do more damage than it is going to be fruitful. Romeo and Juliet, what words of advice do you have for this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius dealing with this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? You're being stubborn. You're being hard-headed. Banishment, severing ties, protection from further injury. Did I not just say that? Did I not just say that? You're doing more harm than you are doing good. Didn't I just say that? If you heard me just say that to you, I want you to put the ear in the chat. If you just heard me say you're doing more harm than you are doing good, holding on to this connection, I want you to go ahead and put the ear in the chat. Spirit, what is some shadow work that this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius need to work on at this time? Shame. Embrace your flaws. They are a part of your unique story. So this is about humiliation, disgrace, and embarrassment. Didn't I tell you? You worried about what other people are thinking? It's not embarrassing if you got to leave somebody alone because it ain't working. What's embarrassing is trying to force a situation that ain't work to work.
Embarrassing.
You worried about all the wrong things, Aries. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, all the wrong things. All of it. I mean, who am I to tell you it ain't working? Any shadow work for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Spirit? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius dealing with this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Insecurity. Your worth is altruistic and unchanging. This is about doubt, uncertainty, and anxiety. Remember, I told you in this reading, they have more to gain from being with you than you have to being with them. Didn't I tell y'all that already?
Bombakat!
I know I said that. I know I said that.
You've got mail.
What is the path of shadows that is hindering this relationship forever? Or let me rephrase that question. What is the path of shadows that will be exposed about this connection? What is the path of shadows that will be exposed about this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius dealing with this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius? Mystic swamp. Deep, dark waters are reflection you can't see. You won't find yourself if you go too deep. Listen, y'all, I done told y'all this. I done told y'all, this ain't for you. You can't see it because you choose to be oblivious. You keep going forward in this connection. Looking for something that don't exist.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
And I'm telling you right now, don't be fooled by what you see. Don't fall for the theatrics. Ain't nothing positive or healthy going to come from this connection. Trust me when I say it. The more you continue to engage, the more you're going to delay where you really supposed to be and what you really are supposed to be doing. So I'm telling you right now, take it for what it is.
What the this cannot be.
And leave this person alone. You think you winning from having them? Not so much. They winning from having you. Yep. That's what I have for you today, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. How does this outcome align with what you were expecting? Does this bring you relief, excitement, hesitation? You're upset? Like what you feeling like out there? Let me know. And if you could rewrite this outcome, what would it look like for you? All right? Let me know. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Pisces Tarot Experience. If you've enjoyed this reading, please don't forget to subscribe and become a part of my growing community on YouTube. You can always find me on YouTube at Mimi Lightseer, and keep an eye out for even more engaging content that is coming your way. Remember, this reading is here for you whenever you need a little bit of guidance. So you can always save this link and replay it at any point in time. I love to hear from you. So drop a comment in the section below and let me know what resonated with you. And if you've enjoyed today's session, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Listen, y'all always inbox me, text me, email me, call me on the phone. I need you to put it in writing. If it ain't in writing, it don't exist. Okay? Put it in the chat. Let me know. Put it in the comment section. Help circulate the content. I show up every day for you. Show up for me. Let people know that I'm here. Let them know that we be getting into the business. We ain't gonna be like some of these other readers that be selling y'all fairy tales all the time. You know, shade. I want to be in love too. I want to tell a love story too. But if it ain't there, it just ain't there. All right. So if you would like to do a personal reading with me, I am booking only at PiscesTarot.com. So please don't hesitate to reach out. A huge thank you to everyone who joined the conversation today, and a warm welcome to all of my new subscribers. Thank you to all the people who gifted me not only your time, your talent, but your treasure. Listen, y'all, this is so important. This is so important. This is so important. I need you to hear me and listen up and listen. Because I know a lot of y'all don't be wanting to pay attention. But this is the truth. Everyone is dealing with the battle that you cannot see. Everyone is dealing with the battle that you cannot see. So be kind, patient, and gentle with others as much as you are yourself. How people treat you is not your business, but how you respond is. So leave a little bit of love everywhere you go, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Have a good day, y'all.